Have you guys ever watched that movie called The Edge of Tomorrow? It's basically a movie involving lead actor Tom Cruise, and it basically has him fighting this alien race, and he keeps dying, and repeating his day every single day until he finally figures out what the heck is going on. For me, this is sort of an example of the Oceania community in general, to be honest, with team clans or whatever you want to call it. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Omega here, and I am playing on the map Gauntlet. It is one of the maps from the Awakening DLC, and I haven't actually done a gameplay on any of the Awakening DLC maps yet. I am aware that the latest DLC for BO3 has been released, so that'll be quite interesting, but I have a couple of topics for you guys to talk to you guys about today, and one of the most major topics I really want to address to you guys is the state of the Oceania community. Now, if you don't guys know what the name Oceania means, it basically means Australia and New Zealand. Oceania has been through, has had quite a big history with different teams that have gotten quite massive, including one of our major teams, which was L7. Now, I used to be very good friends with the boys from L7, and I think they've done an amazing job getting themselves out there like they have and getting up to the top. And in this commentary, I will be mentioning names of teams because I feel it is appropriate. I don't usually, try and consider myself into the what do you call drama spotlight, as people call it these days, but I need to address a situation that's been going on in Australia for years and in New Zealand. So I'm going to address that today. I have been putting this off for a little while because I haven't really been sure what to talk about, but I finally put together some notes, and I have some things I want to say from my point of view. So anyway, as I mentioned before, the movie Edge of Tomorrow involves Tom Cruise, lead character that actually lives, dies, and repeats every single day. And I'm not saying this happens with all of our teams, but I've noticed that a lot of our teams, we're a very small community in Oceania, and I've noticed the difference between Oceania and I can't be any judgmental in any other way to the fact where I can say, oh, we're such a bad community and we're just horrible, because we're not. There is a brilliant Oceania community out there. I have seen them, but there's also, like anything, a dark side to it. Now, Oceania is such a small driven community. It is very small compared to, say, America, European, and all those other communities out there for Call of Duty. Oceania is tiny. It is so small, and New Zealand is so small. Even compared to, but we are all together. And I'm a Kiwi myself. Now, before I go any further, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit of history about myself. When I first started Call of Duty, I probably came to YouTube in about 2008, 2007, in fact. I started my first team with one of my best friends in IRL back in the day, called Ruben, and me and him created a clan. Back in the day they were called clans, and it was called Crisis Gaming, and it actually had two little X's on each side, which was hilarious. We had X Crisis, X Gaming, which was quite funny. I led that to about 2,000 subscribers, and then that finished up ending due to certain circumstances I won't go in at this point. I then went on to quitting for a little while, kind of stepped back a little bit from the YouTube scene. Couple of months down the track, I started a team with some of the former Crisis members called Cynex. Now, I consider Cynex one of my biggest and best achievements on YouTube. Altogether, Cynex at its greatest, I'm pretty sure, hit up to 20,000 plus subscribers. I was very proud of Cynex. There were mixed opinions about Cynex and that, but I was very proud of being the founder and the owner / leader of that team. I was very proud of Cynex, and we had some massive achievements. Like FaZe Has was a former Cynex member, and Solar Banger. A couple of these guys all came from Cynex, and they are very big in this community today, and I'm very proud of them for what they've achieved. And then after basically Sinex ended, I left for a bit and then left Sinex in the hands of a couple of other people, and circumstances obviously arose for them and they ended up finishing. I started a couple of other teams from then that, got to the around 1,000 sub mark. Well, it wasn't too massive or anything. And I quit for a long time. Went back to Australia for a while, for about a year and a bit. And, was living a little bit rough over in Aussie, just trying to experience life a little bit. Came back and then started the Azur Community. Now, it is a community team. A lot of people have asked me, what's Azur and what does it do in that? I try to be as honest as I can with Azur and tell people about what Azur is. Whatever you want to call it. Azur, I don't mind. It's up to you guys. But the thing I've found with Australia is whenever someone makes a team, everyone jumps on the bandwagon, and listens to everyone. Everyone in Australia does this, and New Zealand. When I made Azur, we only had about a couple of hundred subs. Everyone's like, oh, I've heard so much about Azur and all this stuff, and but in America, you've got to get to a couple of thousand subs before you actually get recognised in the American or European community, and this is the difference between us and them. Like in Oceania, you make a team, you pretty much notice straight away as a team, and it doesn't matter how big or small you are. People just know who you are. They just see you around, and this is what we're such a small community, and this is why this happens. And everyone in this community, and I mean everyone, jumps on the bandwagon. Always jumps on the bandwagon. No matter what people say about any Australian team, everyone will just follow exactly what the first person has said. And I've found this every single time with Australia and New Zealand. People don't consider to see, the channel. They don't consider to see what exactly they're doing, how hard they are trying to fix what's going on in our community. And the reason I relate this back to the movie The Edge of Tomorrow is because we live, we die, and we repeat all of our teams and our clans, if you like to call it. Recent teams that I really thought were doing really well were Evil, Convey. Convey was ran by a very good friend of mine, Maple, and there were other teams like Ninth Nation that has tried their hardest to get themselves going, and they've just been whacked down so many times by just people in this community just jumping on the bandwagon. And I found this with Sinex. I found it with all of my teams, and this has been going on for years, guys. It's been going on for years. Do we want to move forward as a community and try and achieve and get a good going flow of a team for us, or do we just want to keep hating down on one another all the time? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd really like to find out what you guys think. I have talked for nearly 8 minutes on the subject because I'm very passionate about Oceania. I feel like sometimes I hold the whole weight of all of us on my shoulders, and I really want to do a difference with us, and that's why I created Azur. I will go more into Azur as a whole in my next commentary. I want to talk about Azur as a whole. But quickly, I'm going to address another topic after that. Please let me know about what you think, what you guys' opinions are on the Oceania community at this point in time. But another topic that has been coming quite quickly onto me quite recently has been the fact that I'm apparently this guy called InFa. It's something I just want to quickly mention to you guys because I just want to clear it up now. I am not InFa. InFa was a character that was involved with InFa quite recently. I think more than about five or so months ago. He did change his name from I think he changed his name from InFa to InFa Omega, and a lot of people think that I am InFa. I am not InFa. I swear to you, I'm not InFa. I don't really know this InFa guy. I have briefly spoken to him, and when he found out that I actually came back, he actually changed his name back to Dex. So I don't know what the case was there, but I do know that all I know is that I'm not InFa. I wanted to quickly address also Machinima, a thing that's been going on with the Machinima recently with me. My gameplay has ended, but I'm going to leave up whatever I'm leaving up right now. With Machinima, I have been released from the Machinima network, which I'm quite happy about. I want to talk more about Machinima in my next commentary as well, because I haven't had much time to address this because of the NZAU community state rant. But I really want to address the Machinima. I want to do a bit of a commentary about Machinima as well. I've been recently released from their network, and there's been some really weird things going on with them. There's been some really strange allegations going on with Machinima in the community. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but I used to work for Machinima back in the day when I was the leader of Sinex, and I used to help partner people with Machinima, and there's been a lot of crap, and I'm going to say crap because I really mean it. You know, there's been a lot of crap going on with this network, and I kind of feel like now I have a bit more of a freedom of speech now that I've been released from Machinima. I can give out my personal point of view from them. There's been a lot of crap going on with them, and there's been a few good things as well. So I really want to talk about that as well for my next commentary. But I will end this commentary now. I'm sorry I couldn't talk about the majority of the things I want to talk about to you guys. I get so talkative, and then I want to talk about everything all at once and get to the fine details, but I can't. So anyway, guys, this has been Omega. I hope that you guys enjoy this commentary. I really want you guys to comment your opinions on what I have talked about today, and I look forward to talking to you guys again. This has been Omega, and I hope to bring out Freaky Fridays this weekend, so be tuned for that. Alright guys, catch us all later.